In 2026, the World Cup got bigger. Way bigger. And most people have no idea what that actually means. Not just more games. Not just more countries. The entire structure, how teams qualify, how they survive, how they get eliminated, all of it changed. And if you sit down to watch this summer without understanding how it works, you're going to be confused about half the things happening on screen. So here's what we're doing. In the next 8 minutes, I'll explain exactly what changed, why FIFA did it, and what it means for the football. Let's go. Why did they change it? For almost 30 years, the World Cup had 32 teams, introduced in 1998. It worked beautifully. Clean groups of 4. 16 teams in the knockouts. Simple bracket. Beautiful chaos. So naturally, FIFA changed it. In 2026, the tournament expands to 48 teams. That is a 50% increase. FIFA says it is about growing the global game. And honestly, that is not entirely spin. More countries qualifying does create real moments. Historic debuts. Nations that have never been on that stage before. But let's be real. More teams means more matches. More matches means more television deals. More television deals means more money. FIFA went from 64 games to 104 games. You do the math. Here's where it gets interesting. Adding 16 teams isn't as simple as inviting more people to the party. You have to restructure the entire house. The group stage, everything changed. In the old format, 32 teams split into 8 groups of 4. Top 2 from each group went through. Done. Easy. In 2026, it is 12 groups of 4, and the top 2 from each group still advance automatically. That is 24 teams through. But you need 32 for the next round, so 8 spots are still empty. Where do they come from? The third-place teams. Every group has a third-place finisher. That is 12 third-place teams. The best 8 move on. The worst 4 go home. This sounds simple. It isn't. Because now every team's sitting third, maybe 4 points, maybe 5 they don't know yet if they're going through. They have to wait, watch other groups finish, check goal difference against teams they've never even played. It is chaos. And it is absolutely brilliant television. How do you rank third-place teams? You've got 12 groups. Each produces a third-place team. Now you need to compare all 12 against each other to find the best 8, even though they played completely different opponents. FIFA's tiebreaker order goes: points first, then goal difference, then goals scored, then disciplinary record, then FIFA ranking. In theory, fair. In practice, a team that drew all 3 games might go through over a team that won 1 and lost 2 simply because of how their goals were spread. You might clinch third place and wait 2 days to find out if you are going home or playing on. That is legitimately nerve-wracking. And as a fan, it is incredible. The round of 32. In the old World Cup, after the group stage came the round of 16. Familiar, clean. In 2026. There is a new round before that. The round of 32. Single elimination, 1 match. You're either in or you're out. For a lot of these teams, this is the biggest game they've ever played. A first-time qualifier is already in the round of 32. History already made just by being there. And for the big teams, that comfortable warm-up game in the round of 16 is gone. The pressure starts earlier. 1 bad day against a difficult opponent, and you're done. Full stop. The tournament got longer. The margin for error got shorter. What this means for everyone. For the powerhouses France, Brazil, England, the expanded format is more dangerous than it looks. More teams means more potential upsets. More minnows with absolutely nothing to lose. The bracket doesn't allow anyone to sleepwalk anymore. For smaller nations, the path is real now. A team can lose once, draw twice, scrape 4 points, and still find themselves in a knockout game. And in a single elimination match. Anything happens. A first-time qualifier could realistically reach the round of 16 or beyond. Not because the big teams got weaker, but because the structure now gives underdogs a path that simply didn't exist before. So did FIFA get this right? Here is my honest take. The 48-team format is messier. The tiebreaker system is confusing. Some group games will be mismatches. The round of 32 adds complexity casual fans will struggle with, but the moments it could create? Extraordinary. More countries, more stories. More stories. more of the world genuinely connected to this tournament. And that round of 32, a first-time qualifier against a two-time champion, could produce some of the most dramatic football we've ever seen. The question isn't whether this is perfect. It isn't. The question is whether the new chaos produces something worth watching. I think it does. 48 teams didn't just make the World Cup bigger. It made it completely different. And that difference runs from who qualifies all the way to how the final bracket is decided. Will 2026 produce a Cinderella story? So good we forget the old format ever existed. Or will it expose every flaw in FIFA's experiment in front of 3 billion people? Either way, we're about to find out. If you want to actually understand what you're watching this summer, subscribe. We're breaking down every part of this tournament before it starts.